morning at Parachute. And it's now that the differences between this and other music festivals start to emerge.
Parachute is marketed as a Christian music festival. How much of a spiritual content or flavour will there be during the weekend?
Honestly, the difference between us and Big Day Out and a lot of the other festivals that are there is, our mission is to bring people closer to God. If you want to come down and get preached to, then you can, but if you want to come down and just rock on and get no preaching whatsoever, then it's set up that way too, where you can just have fun listening to music. There's nothing that we do there that we would say has no spiritual tinge to it. But the objective, as we said, is to provide a place where people can come and have just an incredible time.
Issues inevitably get stirred up for some over the weekend between challenging speakers, bustling crowds and soaring temperatures. So for those wanting to escape the heat and have a chat, there's Parachute's very own lounge.
We have full support of Parachute. They're the ones who kind of, prioritise having something like the lounge.
A space where people can come and hang out and just have some conversations and kind of escape from the sun a little bit. It's also a place where people can come if they've got questions, if they've got things that they're concerned about, and maybe they want to pray for something.
I've had people come in this weekend who just experienced huge traumas, whether that's been rape or crisis in their families, and those things inevitably cause people's hearts to harden or to try and shut out pain, and it kind of ends up that they shut out God as well. And one of them just said, it's like the anger's just gone, I just feel so loved. And I think there's something beautiful about being able to sit in nature, on the grass, under the sky, and hear about God. And I think something different opens up to people than, say, being in the four walls of a church sometimes.
The huge commercial success of the festival is obvious, with millions in ticket sales and merchandise and increased media exposure.
How do you balance the commercial success of Parachute with retaining your Christian goals, Christian origins?
We get asked that question quite a bit, and we don't actually see it as an issue whatsoever. Our goal 100% is to take the level of Christian music to unprecedented levels, and in doing that, move people closer to God. And so for us, yes, it's a commercial venture in the fact that it's big scale and there's lots of people, and of course you got to pay to get in, but really that's where the commercial side of it ends. Every penny, and literally every penny that is made from this festival, from the whole company for that matter, goes right back into the Christian music scene and right back into building festival.
Balancing commercial success while retaining a Christian focus is also a challenge for Mumsdollar.
We do find it really hard to try and crack into that sort of secular market. We have had a lot of frustrations like trying to get on mainstream radio. But yeah, I think because we've been doing it for so long that people do respect us for standing up for something that we believe in.
We have been around for like 6 years, and we've been doing it for 6 years, so it's not like they're going, they're getting into this Christian market because then they can get people coming to the shows. We've sort of stuck to it.
So and we can play as well, people will come along to a show and say, you can actually play, not just some crappy little youth group band.
Correct.
Anberlin has had considerable secular success since they formed. Although they're all Christians, they have never marketed themselves as a Christian band.
How do you integrate your faith into your music?
I think in a lot of ways it's not just the music, it's actually more a lifestyle. St. Francis of Assisi once said, preach the gospel at all times and when necessary use words. And I think that's the summation of our band. It's not all about, for us, Jesus and God is not a marketing selling point. Like, I don't want to sell Jesus. I don't want to make Jesus cool, or, he's not a fad. He's not something that should be here today and gone tomorrow. He should be a lifestyle. And I think that's what we try to present. I don't want to sell another record because we're a Christian band. I want to sell a record because where you either like our music or you don't, that's the separation.
In contrast, Mumsdollar have openly incorporated their faith into their songs.
It's more integrating our music into our faith, I'd say. It's far more important to us than the band is.
And it's just so hard to write about anything that's not faith related. Like, that's kind of the most important thing in our lives, and to write about breakfast or something like that would just seem pointless.
Feels pretty empty writing songs about general everyday stuff. But I think that was what makes us quite intense as a band. Like we're like pop punk, but I think we're pretty intense. Like we don't write too many light-hearted songs.
Despite all the attractions at festival, everyone is ultimately here for the Mainstage. And this time around, Mumsdollar are about to play to tens of thousands of screaming fans.
We should probably say that we are really looking forward to the Mainstage.
Oh, yeah.
I'll never be able to say that again.
We are really looking forward to the main stage.
Yeah.
I think that'll be the highlight.
It's kind of more nerve-wracking though, like a lot of things could go wrong in front of a whole lot of people, whereas I guess the debut is a lot more relaxed, but it's gonna be amazing. Like it's pretty cool standing up in front of that many people, like, and they're all singing your songs and stuff.
As the journey to Mainstage ends for Mumsdollar, the fans and organisers, the festival's 15th anniversary is celebrated in the sky above and marks the end to another successful parachute. The road to Mainstage was proudly brought to you by Manor Christian Stores.